Alright, welcome to the channel. Come check out my box truck. I built this from scratch over the course of 2 years. I highly recommend. Don't live in one of these while you build it. All my clothes still have sawdust in them. It's a 16-foot landscape truck I bought in Florida. I had a different truck on it till that one died. Me and some buddies picked this box up off the old one and with 2 skid steers and put it on this truck. This is an ambulance, 7 3-liter Power Stroke. Way better than the other Ford that was underneath it with a Triton. Gets about 12 miles a gallon, which is terrible, but that's with pulling the car. All right, so, but yeah, that's the story of this truck so far. Let's go check out the inside. I keep all the stuff I don't really want to keep inside the truck in my car. And then that way I can tow my car with me too to go get groceries on rainy days when I don't want to take the wheel. But I basically built like a Reese hitch system up there, and then I have a ladder that hooks into it. All right, so this is the inside of it. Bigger than most New York apartments, I'm told. Got my kitchen. None of the plumbing's done yet, so both places I live year-round have bathhouses, so I haven't really needed it, so it's been like last to get touched. But since I got hurt in a skydiving accident, the plus side is it gave me quite a bit of time to finish this. So I was living with this. It was pretty much just framing. I had a countertop, fridge, stove, all that. But like I didn't have a floor yet, so in the last couple of weeks, recovering from being hurt, I've done the floor, done all the walls, trim, cabinets up there for my clothes. I just keep the rest of my clothes in bins up there. Right now I'm not plugged in, so all the lights are running off 12 volt. I have my AC, shower, Starlink. Starlink's awesome. Fast enough to game on and stream and all that. So the house outlets and the AC only work if I'm plugged in. So I can't really use my computer and stuff unless I'm plugged in off of shore power. It's not a big deal because I take like usually about a week to get down to Florida, take a nice road trip, and it's nice not having to, you know, like not even thinking about being on the computer at screen time. But then when I get to my home base, I'm plugged in, edit skydiving videos, play video games. But yeah, this is pretty much complete from here back except for the window. I still have to figure out how to trim this window out. It's curved. It's out of a Mercedes Sprinter van. So maybe I'll make another video about how I do that when I figure out how I'm gonna do it, because it is a pretty gnarly curve down here, and I do want it to match the rest of the build, so I have no idea how I'm going to do that yet. Other than that, this is all pine from a local lumberyard in Michigan. Besides up around the bed, that's some MDF board. Ceiling's MDF board, but like fairly cheap build since the square footage is so small. All the pine was pretty much like turkey pile lumber, so I got it for super cheap. I think I have like $150 just in the walls, and that was it. That's not counting like the stain and polyurethane, but my brother's a builder, so like most of the stuff we scabbed is repurposed off of old jobs. There's, you know, scrap stuff. Same with like all the cabinets and doors, those are all off of jobs people didn't want, so luckily we had enough shaker doors and built a cabinet so they all match. Countertops epoxied. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Besides, I still have to sand the front down. The stove, sink, shower, and the couch all came out of, I got those for super cheap off of Facebook Marketplace. They came out of a pretty much brand new RV. Some company was retrofitting them for food trucks or something, and they had all this stuff just sitting there. So I went and picked all that up for It was under 500 bucks, and this is like $1,000 stove, I want to say. And it's awesome. So stove works when I'm not plugged in. It's gas, of course. Storage under the bed and a cab pass-through. My fridge here is pretty simple. I just built a tray, some drawer slides from Menards or something. But yeah, it locks in. It locks in for going down the road so it doesn't slide out. So it just pulls out and it runs off the 12 volt. This will last about a week on the batteries. I haven't really pushed it further than that. Usually what I'll do is I try not to travel with a ton of food, and I'll try to freeze a lot of the stuff in there, especially like waters if you get them cold enough, like not to where they burst, but get the whole thing cold, and then it doesn't have to work as hard going down the road, especially when this box does heat up pretty good. It's insulated pretty well, but going down the road in the sun it does heat up a bit, so that thing will sometimes air out. So like on a 6-hour car ride, not a big deal if everything in there is like frozen. You can get away with it. But it keeps, this is a cheap one off Amazon. I don't remember the cost of it, but it works fine. And it was so cheap, if it dies, like I've already got almost a year and a half use out of it. I'm pretty sure I got my money's worth. So this is my PC monitor, and it is I put an eyelet and a chain on it, so it attaches to the wall for going down the road. Same with the TV. TV can swing out, go wherever, watch it in bed. Alright, so this is the outside of the truck. When I bought this truck, this is the second truck that this box has been on. It was a flatbed ambulance. And I actually bought it in the town where they retrofitted these vans for the ambulance. So I don't think this one ever went down the road as a working ambulance. When I bought it, it just had a flatbed on it. The previous owner built the back wall in this thing out of a garage door and mounted that window in it. So score, I got the truck and a free Mercedes window. This was, I didn't want to spend the money to buy super expensive under truck toolboxes, like $800, like for a cheap one. So Tractor Supply, gun safe, 80 bucks. Welded a frame inside it, attached to the top. That holds my auxiliary battery for the truck, some tools. It's a E450, it's a 2001 E450, 7.3 power stroke. All right, but here's the cab. As you can see, there's still a little bit of the garage door the guy put up in there, so I haven't got to this yet, dressing this up and tying it in with the storage underneath. But it is nice because this cab is probably 6 inches longer than just the regular van cab, which if you've ever driven one of these for a long period of time, that room does make a difference. The other nice thing is this guy took Mercedes seats and put them in here. These are awesome, especially if you're just tooling down the freeway all day. Like, these seats are super comfortable, tons of adjustment on them. I pulled this out of an older RV, and it is just a regular, you know, like you'd see in any tow behind RV or pusher. So it's got a 12 volt and a 110 side. That was fairly cheap. I think brand new they're quite expensive, but you should be able to find those on Marketplace if you're trying to do this yourself. And super easy to work with. There's tons of videos on YouTube about it, how to wire them up. Pretty simple. Alright everybody, thanks for watching this video. I had a lot of fun building this truck. It's a joy to live in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe I'll make another one.